Morning guys, as you just saw, that was me editing last week's vlog, and now I'm working on some Disney trip planning printables that will soon be available on my shop. Today's definitely been a lazy and productive at the same time day. I spent the first half of the day working on shop stuff, got a lot done with that, and then I've literally been sitting on the couch for like 3 hours. So I should really go do some stretches, but it's also the weekend, so I think I'll wait until tomorrow for that. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, and I've just become inspired to clean out my craft room, or at least as much as I can do before I get tired. I both love and hate the fact that I get my random bouts of inspiration because it's never at a convenient time. Honestly, it really never is. Morning guys, today is another day. This morning I had to drop off an Etsy order at the post office, and then I picked up some Einstein's bagels from the drive-thru since on Mondays they have their $7 dozen deal, which is enough bagels for like 2 or 3 weeks depending on how many we eat, which is really nice. I usually keep about half of them, maybe a little less than half fresh, and then I freeze the other ones. So you should try that out next time if you're a bagel fan like I am. Just finished all my Zoom calls for work. Now I gotta do the one for our junior hires. We decided to try doing a weekday this week just because a lot of the girls' schedules were conflicting with Saturday because I guess family stuff or whatever. So we're gonna try that today. And then what else have I done today? I got some organizing stuff done. I took out clothes that don't fit me anymore from my dresser, so I actually have space in there, which is nice. I really should do that more often because I only wear like 4 things and then I just repeat them after they go in the wash. So even though I have a ton of clothes, it feels like I don't just because I always pick the same things. Morning guys, just got some work done and then I took a break from my actual job to add some files to my Etsy shop. I realized I had name tags that I had made for my baby shower that I haven't put up yet on Etsy, so I put those up. And then I edited the listings a little bit to make the listing descriptions a little bit clearer, which is very important. I'm also listening to some conscious discipline seminars at the same time. So I'm kind of multitasking and working on both jobs, I guess, right now. But today I have another checkup as well. That's at like 3 o'clock. So I got a couple hours still until I need to leave for that. And then, yeah, otherwise I'm just chilling. Pepper's also just laying on the ottoman and enjoying her time here. Taking a break for computer work now. I have about an hour and a half until I have to go to the doctor. And I'm going to try making some face masks. So we'll see how that goes. Doctor's office was successful. I'm measuring slightly behind on size, but I'm also tall, so doc says that's probably why, since the heartbeat's doing good. She did order, oh, hello puppy. She did order, hi, another ultrasound just to check things out. And yeah, not much to do besides that quick little update. It's really weird, like, how everything has changed literally only in 2 weeks because now everyone's wearing masks in the office, and they had 2 nurses standing outside the door to ask, like, if I had been out of state or been in contact with anyone that had the virus. So it's a good thing that they're taking this, like, super seriously. It's just really weird to see how much has changed already in 2 weeks. I'm gonna head home and then probably rest and or work on the computer because working on the computer doesn't take a lot of physical energy, which is great. Morning guys. I already hopped on 2 calls from work and those went well. Got some work done. Now I'm taking a break to work on face masks. I cut them out yesterday and then today I've been sewing some. These are all the ones that I have left to do so far because that's only how much elastic that I have. And then there's the ones that I've done already. I'm going to film a quick little tutorial in this vlog as well in case you guys are looking to make your own masks. So you start out with your rectangle of fabric. This is 8.5 inches on this side and 16 inches on this side. This is size for an adult face. I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's 6 inches on this side and 14 inches on the top if you want to do it for kid size. So depending on what you're making it for, size it accordingly. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take it the long way and you're going to fold it in half so that the right sides are together. Whatever side your pattern's on, that should be together. And then you're going to sew 2 parts up here, leaving a space approximately that much, about 1/3 of the top open, because that's where you're going to turn it inside out. And also, if you're leaving a spot for a filter, you're going to keep this open the whole time. Now what you're going to do is you're actually going to turn this inside out. Give me a moment. I can't do this with one hand. Alright, now the pattern's on the outside. And what you're going to do is you are going to stitch down your seam right here so that it lays open and flat, just like this. Also, don't worry about seam allowances. You can see I have, what is this? 1 centimeter? I don't even know. Where's my ruler? I should get a ruler. Probably, yeah, 1 centimeter for a seam allowance. And that's already built in with the pattern that I used, so don't worry about cutting any extra for that. Now when you get to your seam part that's open, make sure you don't sew those together, keep them separate, and then fold over still the sides so that you have the cut edge tucked away. Once you've sewn both sides of your seam flat, just like this, you're going to turn it back inside out, and then you're going to center your opening in the middle of your fabric here. Now is the tricky part, because you're going to take a piece of elastic for one side, and you're going to thread it into the top here, making sure it's on the inside of your fabric. So you're going to make sure, hold on, let me line it up real quick. Alright, so you can kind of see there how it's lined up with the very top of my fabric. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down till about right here. And then I'm going to take this top piece where it is currently inside the fabric, and I'll show you when I get there. I'm going to bring it under so I can attach it on this part of the fabric as well. And then what you also may have seen me using is on my machine, it's this little lever here. This is to go back and back stitch, so I did that a little bit on the top where this is connected, just so that it's a stronger connection. So now what you're going to do is you're going to feel for the elastic and make sure it's all flat and laying the same direction. Then you're going to grab inside the hole right here. See, I have the elastic. I am going to keep it inside. Give me 1 second. I have to use 2 hands for this part as well. So you're going to pull it out like that, and then you're going to line it up again with this bottom edge here, and then sew it into place. what you're going to do is you're going to open up the little pocket piece, and you're actually going to use it to turn the whole thing right side out now. Just like that. Give me 1 second. This is really hard with one hand. Alright, so let's write that out. Make sure you don't pull too hard on these seams. Alright, like here you can see I pulled a little bit too hard when I was just doing that now, because it is a pretty thin seam right here. You can always double stitch it to make it more secure. But now what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the corners of the mask so that they are all the way pointed out. Now this step is optional, but it is also better to have a fitted piece on the nose bridge. I use a piece of pipe cleaner, but you can also use a thin piece of malleable metal, any kind, and pop it inside your mask. You can kind of see it in there, and you're going to push it all the way up to the top. And then once it's centered on the top here, you're going to stitch right underneath so that the pipe cleaner stays in place. Whatever you do use, though, make sure it's washable. These are not dryer safe just because of the metal. You hang them to dry and wash them on delicate, but it's better to have the fitted piece on the nose bridge than to have nothing. Alright, final step. You're going to make the pleats. You make 3 of them. One in the middle of the mask, and then one about a quarter of the way and one about 3/4 of the way. So as you can see, I have pins holding down the first, second, and third pleats, and then I'm also folding away from the nose bridge. And then you're just going to sew with the direction of the pleats on both sides. And then once you have trimmed all your thread and taken out the pins, you're done. Now remember, if you have access to actual medical equipment, these are not replacements. These are just if you don't have access to that. And then some things that you can put inside the mask for the filter, because this is just the outer covering part. You can do paper towels, you can do shop towels, you can cut out vacuum filters, you can do batting like for sewing. I forget what else they say you can use, but I'll drop an article in the description that talks about the different kinds of filters that you can use and how well they work. Baby boy has been giving me some light cramps for the last hour, so it's kind of killing my productivity, but I guess that just means it's time to take a break. She's snugsing with the daddies. Morning guys, we popped out today to pick up some Buffalo Wild Wings because they're having their buy one get one deal, and then I also have a coupon for my birthday this month, so that's super exciting. Other than that, I've just been doing some work, and I'm gonna do more work when I get home. This one also woke me up this morning covered in mud. That's right, covered in mud. So we had to give her a bath very early this morning.
And all of them, or Milan's like you're Richie, you're like artsy, you're rich.
Well, today is the earliest I've gotten up all week. Had to get blood drawn for my cardiologist checkup. I'm wearing a mask now because I had one before, and I really should get a new one, but this type that I use is sold out, obviously, because it's, well, supposedly it's comparable to an actual N95, but I got it last year when I was more immune compromised than I am now, and ugh, I had it left. But it also makes it difficult to breathe. Because anytime that you wear a mask with a good filter, like, you just don't breathe as well as normally. And it makes you warm. So I will wear it for, like, obviously protective purposes, but I'm excited for once everything dies down and I don't have to wear it anymore, because I just got over wearing one all the time after I went through treatment last summer, and then now I have to wear one again. So I'm gonna drive by the post office to drop off some orders on the way home, do some work, and then just chill and maybe take a nap, because I didn't want to wake up early this morning. Someone decided she wanted to play PlayStation this morning, which is not surprising, because my husband has a bad habit of leaving these where she can reach them. Morning, guys. Just getting in a couple of masks this morning because my mother-in-law found some more elastic, which is hard to come by in stores, but she found some just randomly in a drawer at her house, so I'm making those. I also sewed up a few holes in blankets this morning, and then I prepped the French toast casserole dish that I'm making. Well, I didn't prep it. I just put the bread in the dish. I'm not going to actually make the sauce and, like, marinate it until later today. But yeah, I have to go get the groceries in a little bit, and other than that, it's going to be a pretty chill day today. So we're back from the grocery store. I just made 2 things of baked spaghetti for the freezer. I'm trying to get better about preparing for food now that I've got a little less than 2 months-ish. About 2 months until baby Jay gets here. So I have done that frozen baked spaghetti before. So I know that keeps well in the freezer, and I'm trying out a couple other options of meals this week.